I had this nagging feeling that my business could just go away tomorrow and I would just stop making money. And I was losing sleep over it. I was so stressed about what could happen that I really wasn't even able to enjoy the success that was happening when that first started. And the thing that changed everything for me was when I started growing my list and having this really stable asset that I knew I could go to and do a flash sale or a launch or a promotion. And I knew I could rely on a certain amount of money coming from the sales to my list, and that amount of money could sustain me no matter what happens with Facebook ads. My email list has given me such a solid stability in my business that I can rely on. And I think that's probably the number one reason that you need to start growing your email list from the start so that it can compound over time and grow. And my subscribers will be there. No one can take my list away from me. I own that. On this episode of the Teacher Biz podcast, I'm going to help you avoid the mistake that most people make when they're just starting off in their business. And that is that they don't start growing an email list in the very beginning. If you're not sure why that's so important, this episode will make it so clear for you. We're going to be talking all about why you need to start growing an email list from day one in your business. So let's dive in to why you need to build an email list. And the number one reason is so that you can have a solid business, so that you can have a business that has such a solid foundation that it is really unshakable. An email list is one of those things that brings a really strong stability to your business. When all the other fads fade out, and they will, all of the social media channels will not be as effective in years to come. And that's happened in the past. Some people worked for years to build up their Facebook fan pages. They were collecting followers and doing it like it was their job, and it was working like gangbusters for them. They were just having sales and subscribers, and everything was pouring into their business from their Facebook page, which seems so crazy pants now, but it really was a thing. And then they saw this huge downturn in their business when Facebook adjusted their algorithm, which, by the way, if you're new to online business, all of the social media channels will adjust their algorithms over time. And what works today might not work in the future. So that's just a thing that happens. And it happened to those people who had built their businesses on their Facebook page, and they saw their revenues drop so steeply from Facebook just adjusting their algorithm. We don't want our business to be that shakeable. We don't want it all to crumble down when someone else adjusts their algorithm. We don't want to build our business on someone else's land in that way. We want to build it on our own way. And this is very similar to the same reason why we don't want to sell our products on a third-party platform like Teachers Pay Teachers, which I talked all about in episode 4 of this podcast. That episode is about 3 reasons to sell your products on your own website and not TPT. So if you haven't heard that, you might want to listen to it after this one. But it's the same idea. We want to build our business on our own land with an unshakable foundation. And an email list is a really important part of that. We want to collect people from all of these other places. We can pique their interest on social media or with our content, like a podcast or a blog post or a YouTube. And this is what you would do next. I want to just show you in real time what it sounds like to move somebody off of one of those other platforms and onto your email list. So if this is your first episode, please go to teacherbiz.com/start and grab your free starter guide and get yourself on my email list, where you will get so much more helpful content to build you up in your business and help you along the way. I really do want you to go grab that free starter guide if you haven't already. But that's exactly what it sounds like to collect somebody off of another platform, like a podcast or whatever your content is that you're creating, and move them onto your email list. That's exactly how you do it. All right, so it's really important to be building this list. Another important reason is that it helps you to build relationships with your customers and your community. They get to know you better. They get to see you as a real person. They get to see your name popping up in their inbox and get excited to see it there. They can look forward to hearing from you. Of course, that will depend on the quality of emails that you're sending to them. We don't want to just be promoting our stuff. We want to also give some value, give them some tips, give them some advice, share some stories with them. There are so many great things that you can be emailing. And then you can sprinkle in promotions along the way. So you can also sell to your list. You can do flash sales. You can launch new products to them. A great thing about having an email list is that when you create a new product in the future, you already have an audience of people that you can sell it to. So it's really an incredible thing. My email list has been my secret sauce in my business. It has been the thing that holds me up and makes my business feel more stable. And I'll tell you, when I first started my kindergarten ready business, I was making most of my sales from promoting my products on Facebook ads. And the sales started coming in. The business was making money. It was making more money than I expected it to make in the beginning. And when that was happening, I had this like gut wrenching feeling that it could just all go away tomorrow, because I'd heard these stories of people's businesses just dropping out under them, and their ads just stopped working. They had ads that were doing well, and then they stopped working. And that's the thing that happens. Good ads fizzle out. Now I've been running ads for 3 years, and I can tell you sometimes they fizzle, and then you have to start something new. I had this nagging feeling that my business could just go away tomorrow and I would just stop making money. And I was losing sleep over it. I was so stressed about what could happen that I really wasn't even able to enjoy the success that was happening when that first started. And the thing that changed everything for me was when I started growing my list and having this really stable asset that I knew I could go to and do a flash sale or a launch or a promotion. And I knew I could rely on a certain amount of money coming from the sales to my list, and that amount of money could sustain me no matter what happens with Facebook ads or any other kind of content, but mine happened to be Facebook ads. My email list has given me such a solid stability in my business that I can rely on. And I think that's probably the number one reason that you need to start growing your email list from the start so that it can compound over time and grow. And my subscribers will be there. No one can take my list away from me. I own that. And it's really a beautiful thing. One more reason that I think it's really important to grow an email list and that you'll want to start doing it from day one in your business is that an email list gives you a credibility to other online business owners, and they will take you seriously and want to work with you if you have a list. It's like the gauge that business owners can use to figure out what level people are on, if this is someone who's like serious about their business, if this is someone who has an actual business, because a lot of times your email list is your business. That's your customer list. That's your list of people at the ready that you can sell to, can support you. So it really brings you a lot of credibility. If I want to get someone's attention to work with them, I'm going to lead with that number on my list. I'm going to say, hey, I would love to collaborate with you. Maybe we can do a promotion swap and introduce each other to our audiences. And by the way, I have 130,000 people on my email list that I would love to tell all about you. And that would get their attention. That's how I could differentiate myself from someone who is maybe like just brand new and starting, from someone who is not super serious about their business and only doing it as like a hobby, that list is a good number to have. And if you don't need 130,000 people on your list, and of course you would not have that just starting out. And that was also an effective number when it was 10,000 people and I was looking for someone around my same level to collaborate with. So don't feel like it has to be gigantic to be serious. Just know that once you start growing it, it will only help you in so many ways. Okay, if you're wondering more about how to actually grow this list, I want you to tune in next week. I'm going to have an episode for you all about how to start building your email list today so you can get these subscribers on your list and see the growth that will bring you this great stability in your business. And of course, I want you to be on my email list. So go to teacherbiz.com/start. Get your free Teacher Biz Starter guide, which will give you your first 3 steps to get started in your business. And I am cheering for you so hard all along the way.